Happy Pongal everyone! I hope you all are doing well. Welcome back to my vlog, and today in my vlog you're gonna see how we celebrated Pongal at my home. Let's get into the vlog. Hi guys! Do you wanna say hi?
Hey, hi everyone.
Say Happy Pongal!
Happy
Happy
Pongal!
Pongal!
Happy Pongal!
Happy Pongal!
Yeah, so Pongal is almost here, and again we are hit by COVID third wave, and we are not able to properly celebrate Pongal too. I know, right? So a little frustrating because I thought this Pongal I'll take you guys for, because there's a lot of Tamil Mandram and a lot of Tamil people here all over the world. They celebrate Pongal in their own style, different styles. So I thought I'll take you guys around and show you how Pongal is celebrated in Sydney. But unfortunately, we have to stay home because of the third wave.
Because of Corona.
Yeah, because of Corona, yes.
I want it to end so I can go anywhere I want.
Maybe the whole world wants it to end so that they can get on to your normal life, right? So unfortunately, it's not a lockdown per se, but still, they are advising us to stay indoors and only go out for essential and mandatory shopping and needs. So
But you can
but still, let's not get depressed about it. So we are planning to do a simple Pongal celebration at home, only with our own family. So I thought I'll go out today. So tomorrow is Pongal, so I'm going today to purchase the basic things, not too much, since it's only family, we don't need a lot. We have already done our basic grocery shopping this week, so we just gonna buy basic things like sugar cane and turmeric and a couple of things which we need to make this Pongal a little more special than it's already is. And I'm planning on making Nolan sit and eat on his palm leaf. We'll do that, Glenn? Sorry, banana leaf. We'll do that, Glenn?
Yeah.
You guys want to sit down and properly eat on a banana leaf, which you have never done. So maybe it'll be a different experience for Glenn and Nolan. So that's what we are planning to do. We are on the way to buy some turmeric, sugarcane, banana leaves, and
But you can still make burgers at home.
you don't eat burgers for Pongal, Glenn.
No, some days you can.
Oh yeah. What did you eat yesterday, by the way?
Burger.
What burger was it?
Egg burger.
Egg burger. So I am giving you burgers, aren't I? So he's having his share of burger, so that's okay. So that's what, like, a couple of flowers and chrysanthemums and flowers to decorate the house, just to lift the mood, just to make it a little more special, because I don't want it to be a depressing and a very not so festive vibes at home. So let's go ahead and I'll show you guys how Pongal is celebrated in Sydney at my home. I have attached a couple of pictures here where we celebrated Pongal in Sydney, Tamil Mandram. You can see here I was responsible for one Pongal pot. I really miss it this year. Hopefully next year we'll be able to do it again. These pictures were taken, I think, 2-3 years before Nolan actually. So we are crossing an area where so many designer showrooms like, Harvey Norman and Nick Scali, famous designer Australian furniture showrooms. I think you not only get furniture, you get a lot of things, right? Like electricals and
I saw
furniture.
furniture shop over there.
He does outlet. So there is the famous Bunnings, Bunnings Warehouse,
Aldi,
and
Aldi,
yeah, so there is a famous Costco,
Lily, Aldi, Kmart,
yes, Aldi,
Woolworths.
Kmart, Woolworths. So the
Parking
Spotlight, I'll tell you guys about Spotlight. So this is Costco.
I saw a parking place.
So this is Costco.
Nice.
So Spotlight is a place where you get all the crafty things. You want to make a craft, you want a lot of DIY projects, right? So Spotlight is the place for you to go.
And
So we're almost near Homebush. So Homebush is a place in Sydney. When I came to Sydney first, Homebush is the place where I landed, right? This is the place this is the place we stayed for almost a year. Almost a year. Glenn was 2 years old. So Glenn was just 2 years old at that time. Homebush, Strathfield. Strathfield is almost like half the time away from Sydney CBD, right? So Homebush is always close to my heart. From here only, then we moved to Parramatta, and now we moved to Balcombe Hills for Glenn's school. So we have come to Homebush. There's a small Indian store here. I was planning on going to Udaya, but I'm a little scared because of the COVID situation. So we thought we'll take a deroute. So we thought we'll take a detour and come to Homebush for. There are two Indian stores here. One is it's run by a Sri Lankan person, right? It's run by a Sri Lankan Tamil person here, and one is another is David's Fresh, where you get mostly all of the Indian vegetables and the Indian products which you are after. So we are going to explore here first. In case if we don't get anything, then we will decide where to go. But first, I'm going to go into the Indian store. So look at some drumstick tree in someone's backyard and some curry leaves. Hey, good things. Oh, they have
they have tomatoes.
Oh, they have banana leaves too.
They have tomatoes. No.
Then we will go and
They have tomatoes.
like.
How many you want to eat?
Maybe do me tomatoes.
Yes. So since we couldn't find a lot of things in that store, we are going to another store now.
Can we go home back that way?
Yes, and masks are pretty mandatory. They have brought it to a state where no masks, no entry inside any stores or shops, and that is why I'm wearing a mask.
And a forklift.
Not for kids, because they refuse to wear masks. So Glenn is wearing some gloves alone. So
And I see it.
yeah, so we're going to the next store to find a couple of things which we didn't find it in the other store.
I see a fork.
So this is the next store. We are trying to buy a couple of things which we need for the Pongal celebration. So this is Glenn's favorite forklift, so he wants to take a picture in front of the forklift. So here he's coming to take a picture. So this is how the store looks. You can see all the rice bags and wheat bags, whatever is required for our staple products. So we're just entering the store to get some things. Only when we live abroad we understand the importance of things we get back home, like banana leaf and all. I can just go to my backyard and take one, but here I'm literally in search of one decent banana leaf. And look at all the vegetables, but apart from that, all the vegetables here are really fresh. You can see for yourself, some eggplant, some Indian brinjals, peas, okra was really fresh actually, and some bitter gourd. So whatever it was required to make my pongal recipes, sambar and some vegetables and all those things, everything I bought it from here. In this section they have some peeled garlic, some really spicy Thai chilies, and ginger. My god, ginger. Anyone who lives in Sydney, they will know how much it costs. The most costliest thing of all the vegetables is ginger. You need so much of money in your pocket to buy a small piece of ginger. So you're carrying it?
Yeah, I am.
Is it one of the quantities? Is fine? Hello, this
Maybe you're stepping on something.
How much is it? I think zero.
Maybe he's stepping on something.
Okay, Baba.
Hey,
Was it like baby potato flavor? Is it crushed or
No, other one, yeah.
how much do you need?
Enough. Drop. Thank you. Drop. Enough. Only when I come to an Indian store like this, I get to buy my favorite tea and coffee, because not all Indian stores carry all brands. So I was able to buy my favorite Brew Gold coffee here, some Taj Mahal tea, and you can see here a couple of it's a mix actually. Arnott's and Tim Tam is Australian brand, so you can see a mix of Indian snacks as well as Australian snacks available here. So you can see us here just browsing through the aisles to find if we need anything more, if we had forgotten anything to buy. So we're just like, browsing through the aisles and trying to figure out if we need any more. So the right hand side you can see the fruits section, and the left hand side it's the vegetable section, where you can find rhubarb, radish. I was in search of radish for the sambar I'm gonna make the next day. So some white radish, some red radish, and lots of green and leafy vegetables here. Bought some shallots. Shallots are like, it's neither small onions nor bigger ones, something in between. Try making fish curry with shallots, it will be really yummy. Also bought some baby corn for Nolan and Glenn. So picked up everything, whatever is required. Now some billing time. You can see here they have some banana plantain, tulsi plants. Everything was available in front of the store over there. My god, this place brings back so many memories. There's a Sri Lankan eatery out there. We used to come here when we were residing here. So So since it was lunchtime, we decided to pick up some food. This is a Sri Lankan plus Kerala style restaurant, and they do some takeaway too. This is a non-vegetarian section. You can see they have some chicken, some fish, some rolls, samosas, vadas, fish fry, some bass fish fry, chicken 65. They also do some dum biryani. The price is nominal, to be honest. So here we are deciding which one to buy. And this is the vegetarian section. You can see all the vegetarian curries. Hi Glenn.
Hi, David.
Say hi.
Hi.
Yesterday I was watching news or McDonald's, right? So yesterday I was watching the news, a documentary, I'm not so sure, where plastics have gone into the mother's placenta. My God, that was the most scariest thing I've ever heard in my whole life. Plastic in placenta.
What is that?
Plastic, baby, you know plastics, right? Plastic has gone to the baby through the mother's placenta. My God, if the mother's womb is not sacred and not pure, I don't know what else is pure anymore. So we okay.
You mean
Yes,
the glass went in
not
the
glass, the plastic.
Plastic
Yes,
went in the baby?
yes, not the baby. Yes, it has entered the. They haven't checked the baby yet, so I don't know that update. So when I get that update, I'll update you guys. But it has entered the mother's placenta. But I'm sure it would have entered the baby's bloodstream as well, because through placenta only the baby is gonna have its food, right? From oxygen to food to everything. I don't know. It sounds super scary. Especially being a mom, it's very, very scary. I'm sure the mothers will understand the degree of seriousness than other people. So I'm slowly deciding to make my house and make the other things very plastic free. So whatever I can do, whatever from my part, whatever I can do, I'm decided to start doing it. I hope, and I'm encouraging you guys also to avoid plastic. Let's make this a plastic free world. It's very easy, start using biodegradable things. It's available everywhere. Instead of a shopping bag, plastic bag, carry a paper bag, carry a cloth bag, which is super easily biodegradable. So please guys, go ahead and try and minimize. I'm sure we cannot live past plastic free. It is practically not possible at this moment, but when we try, I'm sure at least we can minimize the amount of plastic we use in our day-to-day lives. I know it is an effort, but if we start putting a little bit of conscious effort, I'm sure we can make this world, at least we can reduce the amount of plastic which is staying in this world. I hope you guys will consider this and take it forward. Thank you. Happy Pongal, everyone. So this is the Pongal morning. You can see I have made a little bit of Pongal decorations, some leaves and turmeric, sugar cane, some lights. So whichever was possible, I just made it. Not too much, but just to give a little bit of that splash and sprinkle of festival vibes. On this special Pongal day, I sincerely pray for all the farmers all around the world, and I hope their prayers and their needs will be soon heard by our government, and they will get the required support they are asking for. So Pongal special breakfast made by my mom. It was really yummy. Some soft idlis, vada, sweet pongal with lots and lots of ghee and nuts. She never shies away from ghee. I usually don't add this much of ghee, but she never shies away from ghee. Some radish sambar. Yummy and spicy raw banana fries on the making. This is for us and this is for Glenn because he doesn't like to eat so much of spice. So we have reduced the spice here for him, the hotness in the raw banana. So this is for the rest of us. The first batch has already been fried and look how yummy it looks. I can't wait to eat it. This is a special vada which is made out of plantain flour, which is also called as banana blossom. It's a very special recipe, especially only South Indians make this. It's really good for your health. Also, it's super yummy. This is how it looks inside. It's a very tedious process to make this vada, but still it's super healthy. So since it's super healthy, we went ahead and made it. Special Pongal lunch is served, of course on a banana leaf. So Glenn is the first one who has started eating. So I'm serving him Pongal special food on a banana leaf. First some vadas, some papad, his favorite actually. If you notice, that is the first thing he will start eating. Some carrot fry, some okra fry, some raw bananas, his special sambar rice with very minimal spice, and I topped it up with some yummy and tasty ghee. Do you guys remember I told you he will go for the puppet first, and look, that's the first thing he went for. Finally dressed up Nolan also in his dhoti and made him sit in front of his banana leaf. Finally, I'm also serving him some sweet pongal. In fact, he really enjoyed the sweet pongal which my mom made. That's it guys, so I hope you all enjoyed watching how we did some Pongal shopping and our simple Pongal celebration. Hope you all had a great Pongal. See you next time. If you haven't already subscribed, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and if you're thinking whether to subscribe or not, please go ahead and do it and you will not be disappointed. And a special thanks to all the besties who subscribed.